Welcome back to another video. Imagine this. You're at a red light, and next to you is a sleek, menacing machine, the 2025 Suzuki Hayabusa. The light turns green, and before you even blink, it's gone. That's not just a bike. That's a legend in motion. But here's the real question. Does the new Hayabusa still deserve that legendary status? Or is it just a relic of the past, riding on nostalgia? Let's not sugarcoat things. If you're looking at a Hayabusa, you're not just buying a motorcycle. You're making a statement. It's about dominance, about saying, I can, and I will. But in 2025, does this machine still hold its ground against newer, sharper, more technologically advanced competitors? More importantly, is it a smart financial decision for someone who wants to build wealth without sacrificing the thrill of life? Hold that thought, because by the end of this video, you might see the Hayabusa in a way you never have before. First, let's talk about power. The 2025 Hayabusa still carries that 1340cc inline-4 beast of an engine, now refined with even better power delivery. It's not just about raw speed anymore, it's about control, precision, and a more refined aggression. And that's where it gets interesting. Because control is what separates a true high performer from someone just burning rubber. It's a lesson in life, really. Power without control, that's chaos. But when you master it, that's when you start winning. But let's be real, raw power alone isn't enough in today's world. The competition is smarter, lighter, more sophisticated. So Suzuki didn't just tweak the engine, they went all in on tech. The new Hayabusa is packed with an intelligent ride system, lean angle sensitive ABS, traction control, launch control, and even adaptive cruise control. Let's pause here for a second. Adaptive cruise control, on a Hayabusa. Feels almost ironic, doesn't it? Like putting a seatbelt on a roller coaster. But here's the thing. This isn't about limiting the thrill. It's about ensuring you can enjoy it for years to come. Because a smart rider isn't just fast. A smart rider is still around to tell the story. And speaking of stories, let's talk about the financial side of this decision, because that's where things get really interesting. Owning a Hayabusa isn't just about buying a bike. It's about managing an asset that depreciates. Or does it? Here's the twist. Certain legendary motorcycles hold their value shockingly well. And the Hayabusa, it's one of them. Models from the early 2000s are still fetching impressive prices, and the 2025 model, with its limited production and improved tech, might just become an investment in disguise. But only if you play the game right, because buying a high-performance machine isn't a financial mistake if you understand the long-term value. And that's a rule of wealth. You don't just spend money. You position it. Now, let's hit the brakes for a second. Literally. Because what's power without control? The 2025 Hayabusa comes with upgraded Brembo brakes, larger discs, and an even more precise braking system. But let's be honest, most people looking at a Hayabusa aren't thinking about stopping. They're thinking about how fast they can go. And that's exactly the mindset that makes or breaks not just a rider, but a person building wealth. If you don't know when to slow down, when to plan your next move instead of just charging forward, you're setting yourself up for disaster. The best investors, the smartest entrepreneurs, they don't just accelerate, they navigate. And speaking of navigating, let's talk lifestyle. Because let's be honest, a Hayabusa isn't a just get me from A to B machine. This is an experience. The feel of that engine roaring beneath you, the way heads turn when you pull up to a stoplight, it's intoxicating. But here's where things get real. Do you have the mindset to own a machine like this without letting it own you? Because too many people chase luxury without understanding how to afford it. The smart ones, they use wealth principles to get what they want without sacrificing their financial future. And if you don't know how to do that yet, don't worry, I've got something that'll change the way you think about money forever. Before we get to that, let's address the elephant in the room. Does the 2025 Hayabusa still feel like a Hayabusa? Because here's the truth. Speed has never been its only defining feature. It's the presence, that aggressive stance, that unmistakable silhouette, that feeling of commanding something untamed yet obedient to your every move. That's what makes a Hayabusa different from any other superbike. But is that enough in 2025? Or has the world moved on? That's a question only you can answer. But here's one thing I can tell you for sure. If you want to afford machines like this without thinking twice, you need to understand the power of compounding. That's the difference between people who dream about wealth and those who build it. And if you want to know how the smartest investors grow their money effortlessly over time, I've got the perfect video lined up for you. Click on the screen right now and take the first step toward true financial freedom.